So, as a Nigerian, as an African who's practicing back in their homeland, you're practicing in Africa. The problem that we have in Africa is we have many young people, many learners, um, receiving very good access to education. But then with this access and this kind of opportunities that comes with the access, they're able to go abroad, maybe let's say to Britain, and to the United States or to Korea, wherever, just abroad. And they go there and they have better opportunities and better access. And you find that they most of the time use the skills in those environments rather than coming back and developing their own continents, their own homes, and providing more access and more opportunities to those they left behind. How would you advise learners in the 21st century, especially African learners who fall prey to this kind of brain drain, to be able to come back into their societies and help rebuild and reshape the future of Africa?
Actually, it's a subject that's really close to my own heart because it's the only one of my mother's children who lives in Nigeria. I'm actually always saying, look, you don't have to burn your boats, because what you find is that somebody goes abroad to study and then they might get married, and then if they have children, they recognize that the educational opportunities are so much better abroad than at home, and so you kind of get trapped. But I think that in the first place, it's important for governments to recognize that they have a resource out there. And so all these things about citizenship, I mean, the Nigerian government in the late 1980s finally recognized that, it's not working, saying that you can't have dual nationality. Countries like Israel have benefited a lot from the fact that they have people with dual nationality, because then you are free to come and go. And I think that by having that access, which is something that governments need to do, you then allow people to say, well, let me just test the waters and see. Let me, put my foot into this strange place that I've left behind and see where I can fit in. I can go back. I haven't burnt my bridges, but I'm just, seeing what I can do. And sometimes they come and they just fall into it, like a duck into water. And sometimes they say, well, no, I need certain things that will be more relevant. And if I can go back and get that particular skill or knowledge, then I will, be more. I will be more relevant. For me, I think that perhaps, as I said, as a child, my father always used to say, never forget that you're a Nigerian. And as I said, I love Britain. I love growing up there and as a dual national. But at the end of the day, I just felt that my relevance was in Nigeria. And I think that for young learners, at the end of the day, you do have to recognize that it's not necessarily going to be a bed of roses. And one shouldn't necessarily expect also to walk in at the top level, and because I hold me with my foreign education and so on, which is also something, because you have to recognize that the people that you left behind also have their own value and their own worth. But I think that at the end of the day, cross-fertilization should be a good thing, and it's a tide in any event that we probably can't stem. And the question is, and the reason why I got involved in human rights too, is because I want my daughter, her generation, to feel that there's something for them to come back to, for them to that there's something that they can contribute. Whereas you find that if the feeling is that there's nothing for you there, there's no, you don't have. You can't make progress in your home country, so you might as well stay there. You can't make progress because things don't work. And that's actually why I got involved in human rights, because we need a system that works. We need a country that, yes, people abroad will say, oh, it's hard, but they will say, but I can do something about it, or I can just contribute. And it's not necessarily by coming and getting involved in an NGO, just merely by coming, working, bringing the skills that you learnt in working to your life in your home country could be relevant, and it can also be a beacon to others. People will learn from you. And also I think that having been abroad and seen certain things working, you come with and it's a good thing to come with. You say, and people say, oh no, this is Nigeria, you can't say, excuse me, say, well, why not? Is it that they've got two heads over there? And you sort of assume that things should work. Why isn't there electricity? Ah, no, in Nigeria. Excuse me, why isn't there electricity? And so on. So you hopefully don't think too early into, oh, this is Nigeria, this is what we have to manage. Let me just get my own generator and all that. You know, you end up, you still retain that question. So I think that learners continue learning, get as much as you can. Don't feel that it's all or nothing, now or never. There's always a time when you can come back. As they say, that to everything there is a season. And I would say that when the time is right, come back, go back, return. This is a global, it's not another planet.
It is a global village
Yeah.
nowadays.